It's been 90 days. So, 3 months ago, I decided to start a brand new business from scratch. And since then, it's been a whirlwind of just trusting my gut and jumping in with both feet. Hi, I'm Michelle Hon, and today's video is the wrap up of my 90 days journey of starting Amply, a SaaS business from scratch. Before we get started, make sure you're subscribed to this channel, and that way, whenever we release new content, you'll be notified. Now, let's get back to the 90 days journey. Not everything went according to plans, of course, and the first thing I failed at was being too optimistic and thought that I could come up with one reel per day for 90 days to document the entire journey. Day 5 came around and I just couldn't go on anymore with content creation. I did pick it up on day 8 and then it was sporadic. It was more of like a weekly update, bi-weekly update, but I did not give up on the business. I kept going. The first thing that I learned in this journey is that it's okay to drop the unnecessary nice to have tasks or project and spend precious little time that we have on things that matter. Now, speaking about things that matter, building a business is like piecing together a giant puzzle in the dark. And there were winning days where everything just went according to plans, but mostly it's just a series of trying to figure things out. No one is going to give you the answer. And as the founder, you decide on the answer. And I suppose this is where most people starting business for the first time fail. Because it's scary not knowing the answer, right? Questions like, what should we do as our brand message? What do we stand for? Which segment of the market are we selling to? How do I know this is the right market? What if I pick the wrong idea? What if I pick the wrong offer? What if? And we wish that someone has that exact right answer, like we used to be taught at school, that there's always one right answer to a question. But in life and in business, there isn't one right answer. And we won't know until we just pick one, decide, and put it out there. It's moments like this that when we don't get that clarity that we thought we should be getting, that's when we start getting self-doubt. Right? That initial drive and excitement is now replaced with fears and self-doubts. Can I actually do this? I mean, even for someone like me who have started, failed, and succeeded in a number of businesses now, I still have these thoughts. There were moments in my 30-something days point where I was asking myself, what are you doing? Like, you can just give it up, right? I mean, you have all these other businesses that you're busy with. I think people would understand if you just call it off and say you're not going ahead. And that would have been way easier. And then my mind started to push even further. And besides trying to convince me that it's easier to give up, it plays on my fears too. And you probably noticed that I mentioned my mind as if it's not a part of me. Because it's true, our mind is not always working for our best interests. Our mind, the subconscious mind anyway, is just trying to keep us safe. So now it makes me doubt myself as well, right? What if this business is going to take your attention away from your other business, like Mom Boss Academy? I mean, you're busy enough with your one-on-one clients and your programs. Is this going to jeopardize that business? Is this going to make that business worse? See, it was sounding very rational. It's true, right? It sounds like, yeah, it could be. And that's really how real fears sound like. Very rational. It makes sense. It seems like it's in our best interest. But really, it is just holding us back, trying to keep us safe. Because when you understand what is happening, I do, because this has happened to me many times before, right? Notice that even though I've been down this path before, my mind is still trying to keep me safe. I guess it's because of all the mindset and NLP courses that I've been through, and having had a bit of experience here, I knew what to do. And once I calm my mind and I force myself to think that everything will be fine, that I have a process, I have the people, and this will actually help than jeopardize my business, other businesses, and really force my mind to think of the positive, the possible good outcome, and then visualize it coming true. Those resistance from my fearful subconscious mind eases up. So whenever people say embrace the unknown, it really means taking a conscious step, and most importantly, switch that fear of unknown into accepting that yes, it will always be this way. It is always going to be like navigating a fog-filled forest. You just have to just trust your gut, be ready for the challenges ahead, and if there's risk, take those calculative risks and be prepared to adapt. The next thing that was crucial for how fast we were able to start Amply is, of course, my community. And for me to really just go out there to the people and getting feedback by asking them the right questions makes decision making feels a lot less like stabbing in the dark. And I admit that it is easier for me because I knew exactly who this product is for. I mean, for this part, like deciding who it is for, there's no guidance. You just have to go with your gut. And for me, I have this community of mom bosses that I teach them how to start and grow the business. And there's always this roadblock, right? They knew they need to start an email list. They knew they need to start a funnel, but they just never really have gotten around to starting it. So then I asked them, why haven't you? So they told me that first, they don't know what tools they should use. Okay, after I've told them what tools to use, why haven't you gotten started? Oh, it's too complicated. They don't even know where to begin. That means those tools takes a long time to learn. And also the monthly fees for these tools seems a bit much because first of all, they don't have to prove that it might even help them yet. So to spend that amount of money monthly feels scary for them. And I totally get it. So that's where Amply comes in to fill in those gaps. And so with that, I guess, just ask them what they want. And I built a product based on what they want. So in a way, I'm building a product for the market. Instead of what most first-time entrepreneurs do is having that mistake, they usually start with the product first and then they go out and hunt for a market. And it's really like knowing which door do you want to open, and then yes, that door, and you go and make a key for that door. Instead of making your key first and then finding the door that this key can open. Which one do you think is easier? And my guess is what most of you may be thinking right now is, of course it's easier for you, Michelle. You already have a following. You already have a community. Of course it's easier for you. But here's the thing. I truly believe that each and every one of us, we have a community. You know people, your friends, your family, your extended family, your people at work, your ex-colleague, the parents in the parent council at your kid's school. What problems do they have and how can we help them? And notice, it's not what we think they need. It's what do they want. And of course, we wouldn't get it right the first time. So the third thing that I've learned is to iterate. There's no such thing as a perfect product. Amply has everything a small business owner would need to run their business, from generating leads, nurturing leads, making appointments, automations, collecting payment, marketing, but it's not perfect. It's never going to be perfect because as marketing trends and technology evolve, there's always going to be a need to make it better. And it's the same with our programs at Mom Boss Academy. We are always iterating it. We're always adding new materials to help our mom bosses grow their business and keep up to date. So never felt like you have arrived. You're never done, okay? And even if you're in a physical-based product business, there may be a need to adjust your formula, your ingredients, or even what you say on your marketing. So be prepared and know that it's a constant process of iteration. Listen to your customers, gather feedback, and be willing to pivot when necessary. And lastly, managing your time well. I was probably the closest to burnout than I've ever been in the last 3 months. We were juggling a new launch at Mom Boss Academy. I picked up a couple of speaking gigs. We were also managing clients at our agencies. We were planning and organizing Mom Boss Market and launching Amply all at the same time. And this is on top of family commitment, right? And I had a school holiday, a month-long school holiday in the last 3 months, plus a trip to Japan as well. So keeping to my to-do list was so important. And I must say a great deal of discipline on my part was needed because I am a natural procrastinator. I like to do things, whatever that tickle my fancy on that day. I don't like rules. And I guess that's why I'm an entrepreneur. But the past 3 months, I had to be really strict with myself. Items on the to-do list for a certain day, which must be done by that day, no moving it to another day because there are more things to do on other days. And I found that whenever I gave in to that temptation of just taking longer, browsing online and not completing something on that day that I'm supposed to and moving it to another day, and just seeing those to-do items balloons up gave me lots of anxiety and stress, and again, not good for my self-talk. So if you're interested in learning how I get things done beside my busy schedule, I have another episode which I will link to it below. I have a certain process. Now, it's easy for people to say, take a break, recharge, and come back. We need to start pouring into our cups first. Some days, or at least some period where you are trying to get things done, trying to build a new business, it's just not possible to take a break. So if you're in that season, I would say push through, knowing that it's not forever. And in the last 3 months, I have to let my husband and my kids know that I'm busy with my new business and that I can't be 10/10 at home like I used to be. And I'm grateful that they let me be, that they knew that, when this project is over, even though I did say, it's continuous, never over and done, that my time would free up and that I can be the best mom that I can be for them as well. And so that helps me to kind of let go of a little bit of that mom guilt that I get from not spending time with them. Just know that I'm just pushing through during this period, then that it's not for forever. Work-wise, I let my team know that I'm building a new business. They know that. So then I will let them know like a certain week, hey, this week, my focus is on Amply. Otherwise, business as usual. And I suppose it helps that most of my businesses run on its own with minimal supervision from me, right? That I've set the process and that all my team members knew that I am not 100% on each of the business. And that, come to think of it, perhaps they do like that I am busy with something else instead of being in their face checking things, which I tend to do when I have nothing on my plate. I guess it stems from some lingering ego or subconscious belief that I'm currently working on, and it comes from being a firstborn in a rather traditional family, a tiger mom growing up, I have this mindset that I am only worthy when I'm productive, which I know isn't true. I know that I am worthy regardless of what I achieve. But having to be productive or always be doing something has always been a part of me for the longest time, and it's something that I'm learning to shake off. Anyway, I digress there. And now, after months of hard work and dedication, I'm thrilled to announce the official launch of Amply. And this is a huge milestone for me and my team. And we couldn't have done it without the support of our community, my family, and my team. We currently have 6 paying users at the time of recording. We have 20 leads in our pipeline who came from our pre-launch and a lead magnet funnel that was just turned on last week. So things seems like it's off to a good start. And if you're a business owner, a solopreneur looking to streamline your marketing effort, I invite you to give Amply a try. Our free trial allows you to experience the power of our platform firsthand, and we have a team of support superheroes ready to help you and get you set up. This is just the beginning. I'm excited to see where Amply goes from here, and I'm grateful for everyone who's been a part of this journey. Thank you for watching, and of course, I'll be sharing updates about Amply from time to time. Until then, have a great week, and I'll see you again soon.